I don't know, all of this stuff is just really clouding my mind and it's weighing me down. How did this happen? All right, guys, so it's time to come clean in my kitchen, and I want to show you the real kitchen that I film in. It's a complete disaster. So whenever we film, I tend to just clean up this corner and move everything, and it goes on that table over there. Things are just so cluttered that I am starting to really feel the stress of having too much stuff. So my goal before the new year starts is to purge so I can start the year off clean and fresh and just have room to breathe and be creative again. Another big challenge for me, since I do not have any kind of design flair in my skin, it's just not in my blood, is that I want to kind of redecorate this space right here so that it looks more pleasing to the eye when we film. Everything is just kind of jammed on the shelf. It really has no design element to it. So I'm gonna really dig deep and find the Joanna Gaines in me and try to make it look a little bit better. And also on these shelves, I just throw up my Le Creuset and my cake platters that I never use. The jars I really like, so I'm gonna try to just clean them up. We have way too many utensils. I have this one that I've just used on a daily basis, and then this one is the Material Kitchen one that they sent me for a photo shoot. Now, one shelf that you guys never ever see because I'm way too embarrassed to show it, which this is really hard for me because like I said, we're coming clean, so I'm going to show you guys that shelf. So while some people have a junk drawer, I have a junk area. This is where we make our coffee. This is also where I store everything else that I don't have a home for, and random stuff like hand sanitizer. This should have been in the dishwasher. Iris's finger paint, her medicine. We don't have a medicine cabinet, and that's what I find that's really hard about open shelving, is that I don't have a place to kind of hide things. So everything's really out in the open, but we're gonna find a solution. These bowls, I bought them so that I could use them for props. In the 2 years that I've been in this house, I haven't touched them. So I think that's a good sign for me to get rid of them. Another area that I really want to tackle, which I'm not going to do today because this is a big enough job, I'm just doing kitchenwares today, is my pantry and the fridge. Also keep in mind that my pantry is probably not like a normal pantry since I do so much recipe testing, and last year was just like a big recipe testing year. I have a lot of stuff in there that I probably only used once or twice, and I don't know if I'm gonna touch them again because, again, like I said, it was for recipe testing. So also it says off because we're filming. The fridge tends to be really loud. We need a system. We need Marie Kondo, seriously. But okay, let's get started with this shelf. This is the baby drawer and the junk drawer and the platters drawer. We're gonna pull everything out. This plate was Nate's when he was younger, so we actually use this quite a bit now, so we're gonna keep that. This one I could keep for Rolly because he's gonna transition soon. And then these. See, this is my problem. I want to keep everything. This is not starting off on a good foot. Not at all. I don't like these. How does this even make sense? How did this happen? Okay, she hates these. The thing with baby stuff is that you buy a ton of things hoping that it'll work, and then when they don't take to it or they don't use it, they don't like it, you waste so much money and space. I don't even have the cap to this. All right, we've pulled everything on the shelves out. I don't even feel like I have that much stuff in it. It just wasn't very well organized. So I am waiting for my delivery to come because we ordered some of these plastic bins so I can organize. Like, what I'm thinking of doing is putting all like the bottles and stuff into the plastic bins so they're in one contained space. And then I also got like those shelves, the racks, so that I can... No, they're not real. All right, so my deliveries just came. I'm so happy with them. These are going to be decorations for the open shelves. I really wanted to bring more plant life into the kitchen just because they look really pretty. But I have killed every single plant that I've ever owned. So these are fake because there's not enough sunlight in this kitchen. And then this is a fiddle leaf ficus, more like a fiddle leaf focus. That was Nate's joke. This one right here. I'm gonna wash this first, remove this label, and then we can get started. This one's not that interesting. These are plates that we can just grab. All right, so I'm ready to put things back. This will be for, no, I don't really want any breakables in this drawer because she pulls everything out. I need to reconfigure this drawer right here. I need to get more plastic bins. Okay, so we don't use all of these. These definitely I'm gonna keep, and I still would like to keep them because they're good for filming and for props. I'll just keep the matching ones. Wow, look at how much space we've already cleared, and this is organized. You can see what we're doing. So here's where I'll keep the props off the shelf. What I just figured out that I can put here, which I know Aracy won't pull out, are those platters up there. I do want to keep a few to be like display pieces because they're really beautiful. So everything on these shelves right here from now on will be stuff that we use, but also stuff for display. I have a lot of bowls, and I get asked about these bowls all the time, and they're just collected over the years from anthropology. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just going on Pinterest to get some inspiration on how to style open shelves. I don't know, this is very, very kind of overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very good at this, so I'm just trying to make it look a little bit more presentable with what we have. I didn't want to go out and buy a bunch of new things just because I love my collection of bowls and just gotta use what you have. So I have this Le Creuset pot. It's a 2-in-1. The top one is meant to be like the lid as well as a pan. Boop! But it's really hard to store, and I don't really have much use for it because I tend to use that white one a lot, but I love this for a pop of color when we film cooking videos. But I want to find a really nice place for it, so I think it's gonna go up here. Now what do I put here? How did this get so dirty? Ta-da! And maybe this can go right here. Too much? This can go here. On the one hand, I want it to be very useful because this is still a working space. But on the other hand, I want it to look clean. All right, guys, Aracy is waking up, and I know this is not going to be a one-day deal type of thing. This is going to take several days for me to finish purging, so I'm going to continue on with this tomorrow. I'm realizing that I have way too many spice jars. Like, I have 3 corianders, 3 jars of turmeric that are, well, this one's full, this one's half used. I'm just labeling, or Nate labeled everything, and now we're going through and just consolidating and purging.
Lucy, what do you have there?
Treacle.
Sprinkles. Feels good to clean?
Feels okay.
Hey guys, welcome to my new kitchen. All right, so we're gonna start in our dining room, which is not really a dining room so much as a nook where we have our dining table and we do most of our eating in here. I just made some cookies to give away for the holidays and some Rice Krispies treats, so those are some that's left over. But I wanted to bring some decor pieces onto the table. I got this agate cheese board from Anthropology, and it's the perfect display for this cactus or succulent, and my candle, which also happens to say golden honeysuckle. Pretty perfect, right? And then over here, this used to be our prop shelves. It kind of still is, except we use these bowls and plates and knickknacks here a lot. Before, I never touched any of the glasses here or the plates. They were just solely used for props, but it was just kind of wasted space. So we brought all of our bowls and plates that we use often, especially these guys right here, these little latte bowls, which you guys see a lot in the videos. And then our mugs that I don't want displayed. And then I wanted to have a place to display our Le Creuset that was really looking cluttered over on the shelves. So this is the perfect space for it. And then our Milfy. All right, now let's move on to our beverage station. I'm really proud of this shelf right here because if you saw before, let's roll the before. It looked like a complete disaster. It was half props, half stuff that we used that we just had way too many mugs, and just stuff was just super cluttered up here. I never even touched the stuff that was up here. So now I brought in little decor pieces as well as things that we use every day, like these glasses. I constantly get questions about these beer can type glasses, and I got them on Amazon. I'll leave the links to most of the things that's still available in the description box below. One of the things that I really like in here that ties in with our espresso machine is this little coffee bar area. We drink a lot of coffee, so this canister of beans will just live here, along with that Café du Monde canister. That's what I use for Vietnamese coffee. So of course I put the Vietnamese coffee filter on top, and these are our coffee tools. And then up here on the top shelf, I really wanted to bring greeneries and life into the kitchen. I have a bunch of succulents on the windowsill, but I wanted to bring more greeneries in just because it makes it feel light and airy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the plants up here are totally fake, but they look really realistic, don't they? The kitchen doesn't get a ton of light, so I didn't know whether the plants would thrive or not, especially the ferns, and I think this is another fern, but we're gonna try it out with the fake ones first, and if I get better at my green thumb, we'll bring real ones in. These are just more decorative pieces. I have our D&N mug with our French press, the shaker, this guy right here, this copper, what do you call that? The copper strainer. It's just a purely decorative piece that was just being hidden, so I wanted to take it out. And then our decanter and tea set. So I really like how that looks. I don't think it's too cluttered, but it works for now. Now for the windowsill, we just gave everything a refresh. We bought 2 new succulents, and of course we have my boon grass that will go away once Rolly's done with all the bottles and such. These are the shelves that you guys see the most when I'm filming, so I wanted to make it really me, Honeysuckle, and just bring in a lot of personality and make it a variety of different things. So I have a lot of pastels on this bottom shelf, lots of pink because I love pink and it's so me. And oh, you guys, this is a real plant as well. This is a succulent that I repurposed in this measuring cup because it's kind of broken right here. All my mixing bowls are right there, the cake stand, a cute whisk. I brought my pink heart-shaped Le Creuset that doesn't get used a ton, and it's a display piece here now, along with some books that I enjoy. The Ottolenghi Simple, the Magnolia Table cookbook, and this Eat, Drink, Shine, which I think is really inspiring for healthier recipes in the new year. But I also love that the yellow backing here also matches my yellow Le Creuset up there. And of course, these cupcake measuring cups, because these are my pride and joy in the kitchen. The stack of plates here, we actually use this every day, so I wanted to also make the shelf a little bit useful. And then the top shelf, I just wanted to bring in a variety of things, some plant life, a pop of color up there, some bowls, drinks. I kind of wanted it to resemble or just reflect everything that I enjoy making on our channel. Moving on to our stove area, which I also wanted to have some display pieces, also things that I use every day, including my brazier, We replaced the black knob with this silver one, but I think I'm gonna get the gold one because now it's interchangeable and I think it would look so chic. My tea kettle because it's winter time and I enjoy some teas. Cooking tools, and then all of my bulk items like grains, rice, oatmeal, pasta. I love storing them in these mason jars because they look really pretty, but also I save room in the pantry and the shelves because they're quite heavy and I don't want them to weigh down the shelves. So now this area, you guys don't often see these shelves, but they were also a mess. There was just no rhyme or reason. I had all of my Le Creuset here, my Dutch ovens, and they just looked really bulky and heavy. So I wanted to kind of still display a few, but bring some life and color into it. So these are our dinner plates. We have a fresh succulent here, and the vibe here that I was going for is just like cool colors, like cool neutral tones with like a springy vibe. So you can have like light yellows and different shades, blues and different shades, and white. So I think it really looks nice. The top shelf over here, I have my cake stands. Very pinky, very me, just like a mix of things. Those jars right there were from our wedding. Very colorful, these shelves. All right, now I want to show you guys a pantry. I know I said I wasn't gonna fix it up, but I was cleaning everything out anyways, so why not? Just another thing to do, right? So come on over. The reveal. Things make sense now. All the condiments and the bottles are lined up by I don't use them as much to I use them all the time in front. Back here are just things like spices, gochujang, coconut oil, sesame seeds, stuff that I don't have room for in my spice rack, which I will show you guys next. And then my canned stuff, I went through and I cleared out so much. Like, it's incredible how many cans were expired that were just living in there. And I've only been in this house for 2 years, so it's kind of like, it's kind of amazing. And the bottom rack, or the bottom shelf, is where we keep all of our bulk items that we get from Costco, chicken broth, stuff like that. All right, now I have to show you guys this area right here because I also cleaned them out and I'm actually really proud of it. So I don't think we got a before shot, but here is the after shot. We have a lot of appliances. So I put the coffee maker in here with the soda stream so we have easy access to them. And of course my almond cow, which I use all on a weekly basis. My juicer is back there, and then down here are all the big bowls that I use for filming. If I were not filming and doing YouTube cooking shows, I probably wouldn't have as many bowls. So all of my props got moved into this shelf right here. I kind of want to get another shelf that goes up so that I have another level. And our laundry stuff is in here because my laundry machine is right in here. So here are, this is where we keep all of our Ziploc stuff. I still need to organize down there. I gotta hide some stuff. No, you're not looking at my fridge, not today. But let's check out the shelves. La! Okay, so there's kind of a system now. I left some of the bottles out so Cece can grab them. Sometimes she likes to go in and just get her own stuff and then asks us to get water or milk for her, and I still want her to have that freedom. But this is where I'm storing all of her plates and stuff like that. It's in a container. And then I have my platters down there for serving or for filming, and then more prop stuff. Nothing here is perfect yet. I still kind of figuring it out as we go. Oh, I'm really proud of this drawer, even though it kind of looks messy still, but this is where we store all of our bottle caps for their bottles, my pump. Rolly's gonna be using spoons still, my Haka, lipsticks here because I film here and I need it, but just smoothie pouches. They're organized at least. All of my mixing bowls, more baking things down here. Pots and pans and a Lazy Susan, cutting boards. We have our tools divided out. These are for cooking. These are for baking. These are stuff that I used to keep on the counter in a little canister. And then cookie cutters, rolling pin, cupcake liners, everything that I use for baking. The next drawer we probably spent a whole afternoon on. spice rack. So this is a Lazy Susan spice rack, and we went through and Nate labeled every single one on top because he got tired of looking for spices. And it's amazing how much salt I have here. I have Hawaiian salt, I have sea salt, I have Korean salt, I have pink Himalayan salt. More baking things. We have our sprinkles and stuff here. This is hidden in the back so that Erisy can't access it. Spaghetti. Ugh, it's kind of heavy. Noodles, and just more other bulk stuff. We reorganized our utensils, and even under our sink cupboard where we keep our trash and cleaning supplies is organized. Like, that's when you know. That's when you know like you did a good job, when you go even clean out the trash area. Speaking of trash area, our junk drawer, which was a crazy messy junk, is now all organized with these compartments. So I got these dividers and I really like them. I got them from Target. What I really like about them is that they come apart and you can just assemble them and configure them however it matches your drawer. So the one thing that I do want to change eventually is to get a big butcher block. I have my eye on this walnut one that can go right here, but that's gonna be maybe in the new year. And then the rug, this is so ugly, but otherwise that is my new kitchen. What do you guys think? Does it feel fresh? Does it feel clean? I personally feel so inspired. I can breathe in here now. Before there was just stuff everywhere. I felt just so stressed out walking in here because there was no room to do anything. I couldn't even chop my vegetables. Nothing had a place. We got rid of things that we didn't need anymore. And honestly, I just feel really inspired to continue cooking and whipping new things up in here. So it's a fresh start for the new year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have a project that you have been eyeing on in your house, let me know where that is. I'm gonna continue cleaning my bedroom. I'm gonna purge some more clothes, purge Erisy's toys, and start the year on a good foot, like a fresh start for the new decade, right? Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye.